To 12 o'clock now in 10 miles.
Affirmative. We have him. He looks about 28,000.
Okay, thank you. United 175, 30 degrees to the right. I want you to keep you away from this traffic.
30 degrees to the right, United 175 heavy. New York, United 175 heavy.
United 175, go ahead.
We figured we'd wait to go to your center. We heard a suspicious transmission on our departure out of Boston. With someone keyed the mic and said, everyone stay in your seats.
Oh, okay. I'll pass that along over here. Hey, Kingston on 93 line.
Go ahead.
The United 175 just came on my frequency, and he said that they heard a suspicious transmission when they were leaving Boston.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody stay in their seat. That's what they heard as a suspicious transmission. Now, that U.S. Air 583 thought the American he spotted him was at 29.
All right, our last actual reported position, if he didn't crash into the World Trade Center, was 20 miles south of JFK. So I want you to take him down into this area, hold as needed. Whatever altitude they need to go for center to make that work is fine with me. That's the area I want him to go and hold, right in that little gap there. All right, this is what we're doing. We're taking him down into this area to hold for now. Whatever altitude center needs for them to do that is fine. But the weapons team should pass that. The fighters should be talking to center. They're going to pass that through the fighters, exactly what we want them to do. Now.
Okay, now. Foxy?
Yeah.
You're not going to mess with the half-quick, right?
No. Because if he's still airborne...
Okay, right now...
Half-quick anyway.
If you can, hand the fighters over directly to FAA so they
They're still under FAA control. We're never going to take them.
Just take them all. Just work with them, coordinate with them as best that you can with that. Take them to the area and let them handle that airspace deal.
FAA tactical net back to Boston, FBI.
Head FBI is on.
Okay, we have two reports, preliminary information, believed to be American Airlines Flight 77 and Flight 11, collided with World Trade Center. Also a preliminary report, United Airlines Flight 175, off radar. No further information.
Okay, so that's American 77 and United 175?
That's correct.
Do we have their airport of origin on both of those?
Okay, back to FBI. It's American Flight 77. Second flight is 11. Those are the two aircraft believed to be involved with World Trade Center. Route is reported as Dulles to Los Angeles for 77. Boston to Los Angeles for 11. United Airlines is not believed to be involved in World Trade Center at this time.
Okay, so it's American 77 and American 11?
That's correct.
American 11 was Boston to LA?
That's the report I've got.
Okay, and the other one was Dulles to LA?
Dulles to LAX.
I've got two flights here now. Second one's American Airlines 77.
Okay, so it's 77 and 11.
Dulles
That's affirmative.
to LA.
The other report was regarding United 175. We had a report that it was off the radar.
The United Airlines was not involved.
Okay, is that, where was that United 175 from?
FAA Washington operation. We're getting conflicting reports on that FBI, on the 175.
Where did it go off radar?
United 170. Stand by, please, back to FBI. I've got a report from FAA Eastern Region air traffic that have dropped off radar over Indiana.
And it's United 175?
Military, Boston Center. Just had a report that American 11 is still in the air and it's on its way heading towards Washington.
Okay, American 11 is still in the air? On its way towards Washington?
There was evidently another aircraft that hit the tower. That's the latest report we have.
Okay.
I'm going to try to confirm an ID for you, but I would assume he's somewhere over either New Jersey or somewhere further south.
Okay, so American 11 isn't a hijack at all then, right?
No, he is a hijack.
The American 11 is a hijack.
Yes.
And he's going into Washington?
This could be a third aircraft.
Okay, third aircraft hijack heading towards Washington. No.
Okay, American Airlines is still airborne. 11, the first guy, he's heading towards Washington. Okay, I think we need to scramble Langley right now, and I'm gonna take the fighters from Otis and try to chase this guy down if I can find him. Yeah. You sure?
He has MCC.
Okay. He's heading towards Langley, or I should say Washington. American 11, the original guy. He's still airborne. We're still getting a. We're getting a position.
Got like
got a position.
A couple of hijacks on the real world. Gotta go.
All right, they are.
Okay. Foxy, scramble Langley. Head him towards the Washington area.
Roger that.
Could be American.
Hold on a second.
We're trying to get a code on this guy right now. We do have a tail number. It's a. Oh, what was the tail number? November 334 Alpha Alpha. If we can find him, we're trying to get the mode. We're trying to get position on this guy. So then we'll run on him. Yep. Okay. Bye. Okay. By gun per Langley. Two tanks. Okay. Also, we have the Panther 4546 0 by 2 by gun 3 tanks.
Get into a tail chase on this American.
Let me give you another head.
Heading towards Washington.
3 tanks. Affirmative. Plus, I have more aircraft available to me if I need it from the south there. Okay. Also, I have a tanker, Main 85. Okay, got tanker. I have additional tankers out of McGuire, KC-10s, team call sign. I'm not sure on the numbers. 2-2 and 2-3, 2 KC-10s. I'm sticking them in Whiskey 107. Yeah, and did you get the word that Langley got scrambled?
Go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Okay, we couldn't find the position on the airplane.
We just got scrambled about 2 minutes ago. No, that's... Okay.
FO says forget the tail chase. Even though we couldn't find him.
Yeah, great. That's great.
Any of them up there.
Open line. Hunter's ID, unsecure line.
Hunter's ID, this is Washington Center, the operations manager.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I guess you had called here a couple times. You never talked to me, but if there's anything you need or anything I can help you with, let me know what it is right now, please.
Okay, do you want me to let you know what we have going on, sir?
I would, yes. Well,
okay.
I have a pretty good idea, but yes.
Okay, the 3 aircraft missing out of Boston. I just spoke with Boston, and they said that they're not sure of the 3rd aircraft call sign, but they do have 2. One of them is United 175. The other one is American 11.
Right.
They thought that the American 11 was the aircraft that crashed into the World Trade Center with the United 175. However, American 11 is not the aircraft that crashed. He said the pilot on American 11 was talking to him, having a rough time telling him what's going on. There was threats in the cockpit being made. This was the initial hijack information that we got, American 11 to 767 from Boston to Los Angeles. Proposed route, he was headed towards JFK at the time that they lost contact, but that was not the aircraft headed into the World Trade Center that hit it.
Okay.
That's what Boston's saying. The last known, and I'm not sure where we heard it through the grapevine, people calling, is that American 11 was headed towards Washington, and that's the only thing.
Was headed toward where?
Washington.
Okay.
So your AOR, and I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
The last known lat long that we had, primary target only was 4038 north, 07403 west on American 11.
Okay.
But again, remember, nothing has been confirmed as far as which aircraft have hit the World Trade Center, but the other one we have is information headed towards Washington.
Okay. Now, let me tell you this. We were looking. We're also lost American 77.
American 77? Where was he proposed to head, sir?
Excuse me?
Where was he supposed to head, sir?
Okay, he was going to L.A. also.
He was also going to L.A.
Now,
From where, sir?
I think he was from Boston also. Now, let me tell you this story here. Indianapolis Center was working this guy.
What guy?
American 77.
Okay.
At flight level 350. However, they lost radar with him. They lost contact with him. They lost everything, and they don't have any idea where he is or what happened. So what we've done at the surrounding centers here is to tell everyone to look out for limited codes, primary targets, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
And that was the last time. That was about 15 minutes ago since I talked to the Indianapolis Center operations manager.
Do you have a type aircraft, sir?
That was a 767, I believe.
767. Okay. And so I don't call Indianapolis unless I have to.
Somebody else is talking. I'm sorry. I can't hear you in the background.
Correct. All I need is the last known position of the 767.
Well, I don't know. That was That was Indy Center. But they said somewhere, the last time I talked to them, they said it was east of York. And I don't even know what state that is.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just give them a call.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Washington.
Washington, Huntress, Boston just called us. They said that they had information about some aircraft that was 6 miles southwest of the White House that appeared to be deviating.
Boston does?
Boston called and said that I'd have to get the information from you on it. They don't have a call sign for the aircraft. They don't have any codes for the aircraft. They just know that there's one that's 6 miles southwest of the White House.
Okay, well, Boston's airspace doesn't even come close to that. I don't know how they got that information, but we don't... Hey. Okay, we don't know anything about that.
Okay, you don't know anything about that?
No, we do not. And it's probably just a rumor, but if you might want to call National or Andrews, somewhere like that and find out, but we don't know anything about that.
Copy, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Huntress calling. I was told to give you a buzz for our mission crew commander. Any information? I guess 3 aircraft out of Boston are missing, and apparently 2 of them have hit the World Trade Center, and 1 is en route to Washington. Did you get that information? Yes. American 11 is not the aircraft that crashed. It is still airborne. Did you get that information? That's what we just found out. We don't know where it is, though. It's headed towards Washington was the last known information.
Washington better get on the move.
Right. And I don't know, but somebody's got to get the president going. This is not good.
They better start looking for this guy.
We just hung up. I'm not going to say too much right now, but I want to give you a heads up. Do you have any information, though, where American 11 is or anything?
See, this guy, Boston is the only one giving us any kinds of decent freaking input.
Just want to say one more thing, too. Washington, I don't know if they don't think this is serious or not, but they are not, unless they hear from, like, the centers. If you could give them a heads up and let them know that this is Washington Center. They're not really, not at all. Okay, sir?
We've got to get a point out on that American Airlines.
We got it on Langley scrambled.
Boston's
they got
calling
him?
Washington right now.
I don't know if he's on him yet.
Well, vice versa. I just talked to them.
And I'd have the president airborne, wherever. What's up?
Boston has no clue where they are, and he's going to let Washington Center know that this is very serious.
Good.
Because nobody's actually serious in there. So.
Hey.
This American Airlines is head towards you. Okay. Right.
I get our lat long. Anybody good at math? Take our last lat long, and they were doing 290 knots.
Did you get the third?
Headed towards Washington. The Z point. That was the American Airlines one. No, our first Z point. Yeah, that was the American Airlines. That was our lat long on him.
White House. Get your fighters as soon as possible. I came from Boston.
Oh, we're going to turn and burn and crank
6
it up.
miles.
All right, here we
Sir,
go.
I got an aircraft
This is what we're going to do
deviating 6
here.
miles east of the White House right now.
A monster march.
Okay? He's
What happened?
deviating from FA.
Is that airline right now?
Run him.
Team 2-1, you want to relay?
Authorizing FEO right now. You wanted to authorize it?
I can't get through.
Yeah, we're hearing them loud and clear. What are we doing?
We're going direct east.
No,
FEO them right now.
Okay. We'll come in super to get there if need be. I don't care how many windows you break.
Finally, out in yes, sir. 386.
Why'd they go out there?
Because guys looked at him out there.
God damn it. Okay, just push him back.
Langley Command Post. This is Huntress with an active air defense scramble for quit 25 and 26. I repeat, an active air defense scramble for quit 2526. Scramble immediately. Time 1324. Authenticate Bravo X-ray. Scramble on a heading of 010. Flight level 290. Contact Huntress on frequency 234.6 and backup 364.2. Do all parties acknowledge with initials. Langley Command Post. Langley Tower, Command Post. Heading 010, primary 234.6. Yes, sir. 364.2.
Okay, no proposed copy.
Mike Giant Killer copy. Mike Command Post, if you have any questions, just give me a call on the landline. Okay.
Okay, the aircraft that is covered by the White House is now near the Pentagon. I don't know where the hell they're getting their info. I said Washington has no clue when I called Washington about it. They didn't know what the hell was going on. Near the Pentagon. I don't know where the hell they're getting their info. I said Washington has no clue when I called Washington about it. They didn't know what the hell was going on.
A new type of war. That's what it is. Today, like the National Terrorist Day or something that we missed out on?
Obviously, this is a day we won't forget for a long time.
September 11th.
So, 4 different black boxes, made from the most resilient materials known to man, were destroyed. Yet, a passport, made from a fragile material known as paper, managed to survive? Who writes this stuff? Ted Lepatkowitz, spokesman for the National Transportation Safety Board, told CBS News that it's extremely rare that we don't get the recorders back. I can't recall another domestic case in which we did not recover the recorders. Turns out Ted's right. Nicholas DeMasi, a firefighter who helped the recovery efforts, claims in the book, Behind the Scenes, Ground Zero, "At one point, I was assigned to take federal agents around the site to search for the black boxes from the planes. There were a total of 4 black boxes. We found 3. I guess it all comes down to who you'd rather believe." FBI Director Robert Mueller said Flight 77's data recorder provided altitude, speed, headings, and other information, but the voice recorder contained nothing useful. And Donald Rumsfeld said the data on the cockpit voice recorder was unrecoverable. As for Flight 93, it was the only flight where the cockpit voice recorder was recovered. It was played for the families in April 2002, but not before they signed an agreement saying that they wouldn't talk about it. They couldn't even take notes. And for some reason, the last 3 minutes of the tape was unaccounted for. The FBI had no explanation for the discrepancy. Why would the 9/11 Commission tell us Flight 11 and 175's recorders weren't found? Why would Robert Mueller tell us that there's nothing interesting on Flight 77's? What's on the last 3 minutes of Flight 93's cockpit voice recorder? These are vital questions that need to be answered. It's an interesting postscript that Flight 93 was spotted on April 10, 2003 at Chicago's O'Hare Airport by David Friedman, a United Airlines employee who records all of his flights. The tail number, N591UA, was spotted on Flight 1111, a United Airlines 757. And according to the FAA, both N591UA and N612UA, Flights 93 and 175, are still valid. But Flights 11 and 77 are listed as destroyed. Not to mention that they were not even scheduled to fly on September 11th.